Hi, how are you?
We're good.
We are so good. We are so excited that you're on the phone with us today. So Jessica Chastain is starring in The Eyes of Tammy Faye. You're an award-winning actress. You're a producer, and apparently you're a singer, too.
I don't know about that. Jury's still out on that one. But I sing in this movie. That is accurate. But, the extent of my abilities is yet to be determined.
Have you sang in a movie before? Because I was like, she sings?
Oh, no, I really haven't. I mean, I sang in college, but not like, I went to drama school, and so when I was forced to sing in a play, I would sing, but I've never considered myself a singer. So it really was, pardon the pun, you guys, a leap of faith to get me to those Tammy Faye hymns and songs.
Now, I was just watching the trailer for The Eyes of Tammy Faye, and you went through a lot of looks. How many hours did you spend in the makeup chair?
The longest was 7.5 hours, which, listen, I'm not doing the hard work. It's all the incredible makeup artists, the prosthetics, the wig people. It's everyone involved. They're doing it. But have you guys ever tried to sit still for 7.5 hours?
So just wondering,
no way.
What do you do? How do you not fall asleep?
How do you fill time? Are you going over lines? I've always wanted to be a fly on the wall on the set of a movie.
Yeah, well, the thing is, you can't really go to sleep. I don't understand how people are like, I just sleep. Because you have to turn your head up and down and, do what they tell you to do. I would just, I had ear pods in my ears that I would, listen to her voice. So I just used it as, okay, I'm just going to, get into character for this time. I mean, we got it down to 4 hours, so that usually was the norm for getting into character. But still, it's a long time, and it was like my runway. I had a very long runway before I took off to start shooting the scenes worked for the day.
We're talking to Jessica Chastain this morning. Were you in character when the camera wasn't rolling too, or just at certain points throughout the making of the film?
It's funny, because I'm not method. I'm not like, everyone call me Tammy, like that. I'm not strange about that, but her voice is so different from mine. She's much higher in tone, and also she's from International Falls, Minnesota, so she's got that really cute Minnesota accent. I would kind of keep the voice, and definitely Andrew Garfield did the same. And then we would just also have a bit of playfulness, so we would joke around with each other, almost in character, off camera. But for the most part, yeah, it was a complicated thing. I wasn't method, but I never really let go of her.
What was your trick to nailing that Minnesota accent?
Liz Himmelstein, my dialect coach, she helped me so much. But I think it's also, what I would do is I would, she said that a lot. Oh, and so it's the way you say, it's those O's, which I just think are so adorable. And also her voice was much higher than mine. I mean, Tammy Faye did the Steve Peters interview in 1985. He was an openly gay minister with AIDS, and she brought him onto her show at the time of the AIDS epidemic. And when everyone, she basically combated homophobia and fear and reminded Christians what it meant to be a compassionate, loving, faith-based person. And she said, we love through anything, and that's the way with Jesus. And I did that interview every single day as my vocal warm-up.
Wow. Jessica Chastain, I'm glad you brought that up because I want to go back for a moment. You've won a Golden Globe. You have a Screen Actors Guild Award, and there's a lot of buzz, a lot of Oscar buzz around this movie. When you do a film, is that something in the back of your head, or are you doing the film because you want to do the film?
Oh, no. I mean, I wanted to do the film. Sorry, my dog. I'm doing the film because I really wanted to honor her. I grew up in a time where she was just the butt of every joke. I mean, people made fun of her on comedy sketch shows. She was on the cover of all the tabloids. She was made fun of for the makeup because she wore a lot of makeup. And the reality is no one talked about how rebellious she was and how what an ally she was. And to me, I felt like an injustice had been done to her, that we needed to revisit how the media had treated this woman. And so for me, that was the main reason to make the film.
So The Eyes of Tammy Faye is out now, and we just said there's a lot of Oscar buzz. So my question is, if you're in a film that you think you might win an award for, do you prepare a speech or do you just wing it if you win it?
Oh, no. But also, too, I never think I'm going to win anything. I mean, we were just in San Sebastian, and the film played there, and I just, there was the uncomfortable thing of, there's an award ceremony. I ended up, winning a prize for the film. I was so shocked. Like, I literally, like, I found out right before, and I was backstage. I'm like, oh, my gosh, I have no idea what I'm going to say. It always comes off as awkward. And it's not until, like, after you, like, walk off the stage that you feel like, okay, now someone hand me a drink and a bowl of pasta. Like, before is so stressful.
What's your drink of choice, Jessica?
Well, if I'm eating pasta, I'm going to have a nice glass of red wine.
You're so classy.
That's very good.
But listen, if it's every day, I'm going to have, listen, I love a beer. And if I'm shooting, if I'm singing, I'm going to have throat coat tea with whiskey. So, like, it depends on what the moment is for what the drink of choice is.
Atta girl. The film is called The Eyes of Tammy Faye. Let's not forget about Scenes of a Marriage on HBO, which I read was kind of tough for you to film at times.
Yeah, it's the first thing I did, in the middle of quarantine. We shot that in October of last year. Oscar Isaac and I have been friends for more than half of our lives. We went to college together, and, our kids know each other, and we just, we're like family. Basically, Oscar is like my family. And to show up and really, like, play this couple who loves each other but also really hurts each other, it was tough based on our friendship. But I think it's, I'm very proud of the show. I think it's, Guy Levy, who's the director, did an amazing job.
Well, thank you, Jessica
You're
Chastain,
so
for talking to us today. Such an honor to get to chat with you.
Oh, that's so nice of you to say. Thanks, you guys, for giving me the time.
Eyes of Tammy Faye in theaters now. Let's not forget about Scenes of a Marriage. Jessica Chastain, thank you so much for being with us this morning. We appreciate it.
Oh, I appreciate it. Have a great day, everybody.